Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Coco Henshaw, standing in for Nkem Agonwa. The development of common ties amongst Nigerian youth, as well as promoting national integration, is what the scheme is aimed at. The NYSC provides core members a platform designed to equip and empower them through its skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development program. Today, we sit with His Royal Majesty Alhaji Aliyu Oga, the Andoma of Doma, Nasarawa State, as he takes us through the various achievements of the scheme in the areas of promotion of national integration and building up the morale of Nigerian youths. Please enjoy it.
The NYSC is the fulcrum of the integration process of the Nigerian nation. It is the only successful, conscious and deliberate government intention to build a Nigeria as diverse as it is, with our multiplicity of tribes, to live like brothers who, by the privilege of the NYSC, brought us from our various callings, our tribes, our homes, our locations, our regions, our religions, to sit in one place, meet at the orientation camp for at least a month, eat from the same pot, drink from the same water source, play in various ways, practice the military drills as an exercise of engaging our minds and building our persons, all as a process of allowing us know that beyond my person and where I come from, there is somebody that is mine from another part of Nigeria whose knowledge of me and whom, if I know, is in the best interest of my individual personality development. And if it pleases God that I become a national figure in the future, I will have a better idea of what it means to have a relationship and such a responsibility saddled on me to feel and act on behalf of other people other than myself. The NYSC is the only surviving government conscious policy of integrating Nigeria that has survived time and has not been infiltrated by diversity of thoughts and negative influence. The NYSC is the first platform of developing the elite personality to become a nationalist and a patriot. It is the only outfit that the government has successfully nurtured, that for you to have an opportunity of knowing certain persons. Because whether you're in the university, if you like, you can remain exclusively an affair of your tribe, your classroom and your books and your library, and you graduate. And you'll have no basis for any compulsory contact and knowledge of brotherhood. Without the NYSC, our perspective and attitude towards national integration wouldn't have been as effective as it is now. So the wisdom in Yakubu Gowon, the former head of state, conceiving this as a tool of integration for the nation, is an eternal one. Because without this agency, we wouldn't have gotten, even with the current challenges we are facing, the kind of beautiful brotherhood and tolerance that this country is experiencing today.
The evidence of the contributions and activities of core members in their various host communities motivated the Andoma to support the scheme with 15 hectares of land to encourage Nigerian youths to develop skills and realize gainful employment in the agricultural sector.
For all the schools they teach, nobody pays them any salary. So first of all, corporates provide free teaching services to our children in various schools. And if they have been so useful contributors to the educational needs of all the communities they belong. And education is the backbone of any development and any developed nation, any human ingenuity, any human entrepreneurial capacity, any human capital development. Then the NYSC has succeeded in providing that essential element and ingredient to nation building. And when we needed to support the NYSC, when they came calling, that they need a piece of land because they want corpers to be able to develop the capacity to produce, like the president said, what they will eat. We thought Doma must identify with the calling of the president that we're able to produce what we're able to eat. So our talking of 15 hectares, being identifying with the intentions of the NYSC to develop copper agricultural capacity before the end of the service year. It's indeed a pleasure. And you can be rest assured, like the GG said that day, they will even build a camp where it will be bought for agriculture and for schooling in agriculture for the NYSC. So, in addition to education, free teaching job that the NYSC does for various schools, and it's only the NYSC that will take a copper to the remotest village and might be the only teacher you find in that school across the entire nation. So such services are invaluable, and I'm sure posterity will vindicate this contribution. We have also come in to support the agriculture through that humble 15 hectares of land. And I've told the DG, like they make progress and they want more. By the grace of God, we'll stand by them to see that some more piece of land is gotten.
The Andoma of Doma further emphasizes the importance of the skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development as an avenue for core members to contribute to the nation's economy.
As a nation, the time has come for us to go beyond the books of after education, I must get a government job. Globally, the world is run by entrepreneurship. All of the superpowers of the world, there is no government investment in providing for every citizen. Nigeria before now had the privilege and the luxury of the government being the sole employer of labor. Over time, as of fact and necessity, and of course given the global economic challenges, government cannot finance that. And there is no benefit of education other than providing the needed awareness and the capacity to be self-reliant. Use the knowledge and create an opportunity to exist. And with time, develop that capacity to support others and the nation. But if somebody has a job and skill that he can deploy to earn a living, that might be more profitable than government job, you are rescuing the country because you have rescued the idle hand and idle mind. Translate the knowledge we are giving you, the skills we give you in the NYSC to start your life. Perhaps you won't even need government job ultimately. Perhaps you'll be an employer of labor with time. Perhaps you form part of the industry that will rescue Nigeria in the future. So, indispensably, since the NYSC has already started, skills acquisitions in over 15 aspects of human endeavors for the core members. Let's dedicate time and resources and expertise that will make such activities, such intentions, such initiative very, very professional, so that by the end of the service year, a corpus capacity and expertise can deliver his excellence into the world, and an economy will have been generated for the country around this selflessness and vision of the NYSC. what you don't find some rich Nigerians doing, core members are doing. Providing such interventions where it is most needed. Providing at certain moments, even organizing medical outreach for Nigerians. And even if you go to the clinic because you want to go and treat malaria, you know how much you spend. But for core members to be responsible for medical outreach for Nigerians and Nigerian communities across the nation, where they can, it stands out. But sometimes you look at it, you wonder why it wasn't so before now. Perhaps it's the nature of leadership you have today at the NYSC. For him being an inspiration and a goal-getter, insistent on leaving a legacy, his corpers are insisting we want to be like our boss. So each of them is stretching out the little they get and trying to make sure they too leave their names in the sands of time. There's no two ways about it, yes. Appreciably, the core members are living to the callings of the impact the NYSC should be all about for the nation. And that's why you find across the countries, no matter how little or big, core members are identifying with each community and leaving an impact on what would add value to the lives of the people. Many others have done their own. Others want to construct a culvert that leads to a community that is not accessible. That is the beauty of it. That's what we're looking forward to. The corpers are deploying the spirit of the NYSC in every community they find themselves. I wish all Nigerians would share that kind of spirit of nation building, of service to other than their own, of being there for their brother, of wishing that Nigeria would be as good and better than what we have met. We've only found that one so far in the core members across the nation with that sense of difference, either of tribe or region. We hope that the intentions of those that established the NYSC will be met in transforming the thoughts of Nigerians to be people that are patriots and nationalists and people who prefer Nigeria and its future better than their individual selves. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you have or lack, one day we will not be there, but the nation will remain behind. What legacy are we leaving behind for generations unborn? A prosperous Nigeria, selfless, willing to leave our names in the sands of time among the developed and better nations of the world that everybody wants to come to.
Core members serving in Doma expressed their gratitude to the entire community for the warm reception they received from Doma land.
Doma is a nice place. Doma is a nice place. When I was coming, I was having these doubts, but Doma is the most peaceful place I've seen in the north, because here is very peaceful. They have food, and then they are very, very accommodating. You can see everybody, when you are passing, they'll be calling you, hey, Copper, hello, Copper. So they are very, very nice people.
We are here in the palace, and I can see the king here welcomes us warmly. They attend to us, and I can really say they are good. There in my lodge, I can see they are good as well, because they welcome me warmly. In fact, my dinner over there was served by them. Even yesterday, currently, at least once in a while, they give me food in that lodge.
I must say that Doma people, they appreciate corpers a lot, and they actually engage us into one or two things like giving us a place to farm, helping us to know some places, and assisting us to accomplish little things that we want to do for the community. So far so good. They are really nice people, and they appreciate corpers a lot. That is the most interesting thing.
Doma local government people are very kind, very nice, peaceful, lovely, and they are social to us, especially with the core member here.
The Andoma of Doma is a loving man. He also shows us so much love, as in the town is so peaceful. On behalf of the core members over here in Doma, I want to say thank you very much to Andoma of Doma. Thank you. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
Wow, that was a good one from His Royal Majesty and Doma of Doma. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. We move on to the next story of Uzonubi Ifeanyi, an indigene of Imo State. a graduate of project management from the University of Technology, Imo State. Ifeanyi, now a serving corps member in Ogun, is one of the beneficiaries of the startup fund from Unity Bank for his recycling business. Today, Ifeanyi is an employer of 10 persons in his recycling business. That's a corps member. Let's meet Uzonobi Ifeanyi.
My name is Uzonobi Ifeanyi. I'm from Awodembili in Imo State. I graduated from Federal University of Technology, Owerri. I studied project management technology. I'm presently a corps member serving in Ogun State. I was in camp, that was last year, December. I was nominated as one of the winners of Unity Bank Entrepreneurship Fund. It was another venue that was made available to corpers, they gave us startup capital to enable to start up something here in Ogun State. As I am presently, I have 10 employers working under me. Welcome to my world. As you can see, this is my recycling factory over here at the Yanosele bus stop, E4. This is where we make our money. These are plastic materials that are in bags. We have different categories of plastic. We have what we call the blowing. We have what we call the injection. We have what we call PVC. We have what we call PP. All these things are various plastic with their various functions. Serving in Ogun State campus, I left with a lot of joyful memories. It was very, very splendid. I really enjoyed my time there, even the people there, and most especially the SAED lecture, the SAED activities, the lecture we had in camp. It was a very interesting aspect of the program. So we really enjoyed it. During that SAED program, I engaged in what we call epoxy floor. That is flooring of epoxy, all these 3D walls you normally have in most of these recent buildings nowadays. When Unity Bank officials came to camp, they said that we should write down a business proposal plan. At first, I hesitated, It was almost the last day for us to submit that lesson that I felt like a body within me. I should just write something down, I should put something down. So I wrote something down and I submitted about the recycling of plastic waste, which you guys can see all over here. This is my workplace, this is my work site. It's a business I've engaged in. I've had almost like 2 years experience in it. When I graduated from Federal University of Technology, Owerri, my dad is into the business, so he kind of impacted some knowledge. So I had like 2 or 3 years experience before I came to camp to serve in Ogun State. I can boldly say that I perfected my art in the art of sorting and treating of materials. At the end of the day, once it's a finished product like this, we supply to companies. At the end of the day, they use it in producing jerry cans, buckets, hangers, what have you, all types of plastics. I was really surprised about what happened, because I didn't know that I would be nominated as the winner of that Unity Bank Entrepreneurship Fund. It was like a dream come true. It was something I never expected. I least expected it because I never had in mind that I'm in camp that would do those kind of things. I never had it in mind. It was just God in His own infinite mercy trying to reward me for my benevolence. So I was really excited about this offer that NYSC through Unity Bank made available to me. So I'm really grateful for that. It's a business I know that it can take someone that is a nobody to somebody. Anambra State, where I come from, especially in mega cities like Onitsha and Aba. I've seen a lot of people that actually pour, that engage into it in just a matter of 2 years or more. You see the person picking up. You know, it's a business that you do turnover continuously. You keep on raising your capital, and before you know what is happening, you have gotten to a certain level that you can actually boast of. So it's a very lucrative business for people to engage in. The impact of this SAED lecture, it actually taught we core members that we should at least develop a skill, that we should have at least a skill, acquire a skill, that even if we are looking for all these white collar jobs, that we should have something else that we can actually boast of. The core value was that everybody should develop a skill, have a skill, even if you don't have, try and learn something so that you can be productive one way or the other. So that's one of the impact of SAED lecture. After I graduated from school, I started thinking of my what next, you know. So when I came to camp, I had this passion within me that if I should come to Ogun State, because this business, I actually engaged in it in Onitsha. So I said that I won't only be serving, I will also be serving and also be practicing what I was already into. So before I came to camp, I've already raised at least a little bit considerable amount of money that one way or the other I would have used in starting up something here in Ogun State, even when I'm also serving, doing the both of them together. So that was the plan I had before coming to camp. I would also want to advise citizens of Nigeria to be in unity with one another, irrespective of our different tribes and cultures, that we should be one. One of the aims of NYSC is what we call national integration. That's why they will send people from the north, send people from the west, so that you go and mix with this particular culture. You know, because most of us, we might not have this luxury of traveling to a particular state. But because of this scheme now, we are kind of mixed, you know, with one another. You see northerners coming to east, you see easterners going to north, just to have a taste of that culture and variety. So that is one of the ways I think we can push national integration so that there will be oneness and unity amongst citizens of Nigeria.
My name is Mr. Simon Peter Ezenwa. I'm from Imo State. I graduated from Michael Okpa University of Agriculture, Mudike, Abia State. So after that, I got to know Ifeanyi. So he called me to come down here that he has something doing here. So I said, okay. When I came here, he told me about this place, and since I'm working with him, it's fine. So this place is going, and I thank God for it.
He has been favoring me since I've started in this factory. And I really thank him for helping us opening this place and establishing things like this. And he really favored me and some of my brothers. So actually, I'm also encouraging Nigeria youths, workers, those that think that there is no hope, there is still hope. When I started here, I don't have a house when I started here, but since I've started here, I've secured one room for myself, and I really thank him.
Youths obey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation high. Well done, Ifeanyi. This is one of the many achievements of the scheme where core members are being empowered. The NYSC encourages core members to be self-reliant and to develop an industrious spirit. We will be right back.
On the news today, the Director General visits Reverend Dr. Oluwole Adetiran, composer of NYSC Anthem. The NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, made an emotional and historic visit to the writer and composer of the NYSC Anthem, Dr. Oluwole Adetiran, at his Oremeji Ibafo residence in Obafemi Owode, local government area of Ogun State. The visit was predicated on the news on the ill health of the great music legend who composed and produced the age-long NYSC anthem. The Director General was received by the living music legend with joyous tunes from a group of choristers whom Baba himself has nurtured over time. The colorful reception was greeted by a majestic rendition of the three-stanza NYSC anthem, which Dr. Adetiro himself led in an astute orchestral manner. NYSC trains public relations officers. The NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, has commended public relations officers in the scheme for prompt responses to false stories concerning the scheme. He also urged them to always be vigilant to correct misconceptions about NYSC's operations, often circulated by people who use the social media for dubious objectives. Ibrahim stated this in his address at the opening ceremony of the NYSC Press and Public Relations Officers Workshop, themed Entrenching New Techniques for Reputation Management in the New Normal, held in Abuja.
Welcome back. It's amazing what corps members have achieved through the skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development program of the scheme. The NYSC strives to develop the youth in various ways. Thank you for investing your time with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We always love to hear from you. Please write to us on our various online handles displayed on your screens, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until next time, I am Coco Henshaw. Thank you.